Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I wanted to say do not mind the messiness, pillows on the floor, water bottles, charger, dirty carpet. I have to clean my room. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my weekly makeup video. I did have a few of you guys tell me that you prefer like the Shop My Stash series, and I promise you guys the makeup collection is coming very, very soon. I'm just getting the little bits and pieces ready, for the video. So I don't want to show you guys yet, like what I'm doing. So hopefully the Shop My Stash series will resume, in the next literally few weeks or so. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with everything that I chose out for the week. And I'm very excited actually. I don't know, I showed that really good stuff. All right, so for setting spray, I pulled out the CoverGirl Look Lock Up All Day Setting Mist. So I've used this a few times. I think it's okay. Still not sure what I think about it. It does have a lot like an alcohol-y smell, so I'm not into that at all. But I still want to see how it performs on my skin to see if it actually prolongs the wear of my makeup or if it's just kind of like there, So that's the first one. Then I pulled out the Saturday Skin Mist. This is amazing. You guys can see that I'm pretty much a quarter done. I do want to go ahead and do a Saturday skincare review video. I have my thoughts together, but I still have to, write down a few more things. But if you guys were contemplating on anything in regards to this brand, to the most part, all their products are pretty much bomb. So if you didn't pick up anything yet from the VIB sale, I would suggest a few of their products. Then I went ahead and pulled out this. This is the Clean Sweep Makeup Brush Pad. This is amazing. I recently showed this to you guys in one of my TJ Maxx videos. I purchased it for $3. I've been using it, as you guys can tell. It is amazing. I feel so good and happy that I got this for $3 and didn't spend like the, 10 or 20 bucks on like the makeup switch thingy on Sephora's site, because this literally does the same thing. It's perfect. I would totally pick up like 10 more if I would find more of these at TJ Maxx, but so far I only found one. But if you see this, get it. So good, and it was only $3. As for makeup removing wipes, this is pretty much a new one to me. This is the Vasanti Makeup Magnet Wipes. I used one of these to remove swatches, and I removed swatches really nicely, but I still haven't used it on my face. This came in the Tribe Beauty box that I unboxed on Friday. And yeah, I don't know, I pulled it out for the week to see how it performs, because you guys know I really love makeup removing wipes, and now that I have this one, I want to test it out. I also have my Q-tips here. I love this little guy. I purchased this in the travel section of the drugstore, and it's so convenient. It's just like small, compact. I use one or two whenever I do my makeup, and it's great to have around. Then I wanted to just show you guys this. This is the HSI Professional Argan Oil Hair Mask. It's not a makeup product or anything, but Octoly recently sent this over, and I didn't mention it in any video, so I did want to go ahead and mention it now. If you guys were looking for a nice kind of more, I would say, medium consistency hair mask, then you would really like this. I've been using this, as you guys can tell, and I like to leave it in my hair for about 5 minutes in the shower while I brush my teeth or shave my legs. And I find that it really, first of all, it smells amazing, but I find that it really soothes out my hair, makes my hair feel like smushy, gushy, soft, and like voluminous to an extent as well. And it also really brings out my like natural hair in the best way ever, like in the curls that I have. It brings it out super beautifully. Let's move on to the first drawer. So I have my lash glue here. This is the best one. I always say it. I have my tweezers to apply my lashes with. I have the House of Lashes lashes. I just like to keep this specific one in here in case I want to use this, but also it's a reminder for me that if I don't want to use this, I could use a different one in my drawers. So I just pulled this out. As for mascara, so I've been really loving the Dior one and the YSL, the Shock Mascara one, and the It Cosmetics one, but now I have this one to try. This is the Jennifer Lopez and Inglot mascara. I actually recently sent this over, and I've been actually very curious about this. Jennifer Lopez recently opened up a line with Inglot. Then I pulled out the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. This is a cult classic favorite. I do like it. I just wanted to switch it up from the past few weeks' mascaras, so I pulled this out. And then I have my 3 eyeliners here. This is the Gorgeous Cosmetics one. Then I have the shade Roach by Urban Decay. It's like a, I don't know, it's not like a matte finish, but it's like a really nice brownie color. I don't know, I'm at a loss for words now. Then I have this one, which is in the shade Junkie, and I don't know, just to have a little bit of options. And then Octoly recently sent this over as well with the mascara. This is the Jennifer Lopez and Inglot eyeliner gel, basically eyeliner in the shade Midnight. It's a small size, but I think it's still going to be enough for a really, really long time. This is amazing. I use a little bit of it already, and it's interesting. Like, the consistency is like no other that I've tried. It has like a little bit of a wet feel, but it dries down super beautifully, and it lasts throughout the day. I'm like so impressed. I'm gonna use this in a video. Okay, then I pulled out my ABH Clear Brow Gel, which I really like. Hey, the wording is like coming off. I never had that. So I pulled that out, and then I have the CoverGirl brow pencil, and this one is in the shade 715 Honey Brown. So I recently placed an order at Ulta. I bought everything that I wanted to like repurchase, but I forgot to repurchase this, and I was like, no. I love this. It's so amazing. Better than the ABH one, personally, in my opinion. And then I also pulled out the chocolate brownie one from Too Faced that I've been using for the past few weeks. So that's everything that's in the first drawer. Then moving to this one. By the way, guys, I probably want to get a new organizer. I'm like, I like this one. I really do. Like, I love it. But I feel like I just want something else. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled out the Sonia Kashuk Satin Matte Foundation. This looks absolutely stunning on the skin. I rediscovered my love for it this past week, so I pulled it out again for this week. It has a great consistency to it. I feel like it has medium coverage, but you can build it up to full, and it looks like your skin though, but it doesn't look heavy. You know what I mean? I just really love it, and it's easy to blend out. I love to use it with my beauty blender, and it looks bomb on the skin, and it's a satin matte, so it doesn't look flat on the face. So I've been loving that so much. And then I pulled out the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. This is on its last leg. I think I have like 3 more uses out of this tops. I like to use this for work because it has light coverage. Actually, it has honestly even medium coverage, but it feels very light on the face. It's easy to blend out, and it looks great. So I'm pulling this out again because I want to finish it off. And then I pulled out these 2 concealers. So I pulled out the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I really love this. You guys can see I have a little bit left. I mean, I do want to finish it off, but I really enjoy it. I have it in multiple shades. So after I finish this, I'll probably use some other one from the line. But this is an amazing, I would say, medium coverage concealer. It feels really lightweight, and it doesn't necessarily settle into your fine line. So I love that. And then I also pulled out the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. A bunch of you guys told me you're obsessed with this too. I haven't heard much people talk about it, but I'm telling you, it's so amazing. It's just, I can't. Like, I feel like many times people talk about concealers and I try them and I'm kind of like, nah, not feeling it. But this is one that I haven't heard anyone speak about, and I'm kind of like, wait, this is just like amazing. Why haven't I heard anyone talk about it, you know? So I've been really loving this. It has great ingredients and it just looks beautiful on the face. Okay, so then I also pulled out the Kona Eye Stick. I've been actually using this before my concealer, and it's really nice. It really hydrates. It just refreshes the under eye area, and it helps like the concealer go on much nicer, and it just wakes me up a little bit, you know? So I really, really love that. Then I pulled out the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I purchased this about 2 years back, which is insane to think about. But you guys can see I literally just used it a handful of times, not even a lot, and the shelf life is 24 months. So I gotta get my ass moving on this. I pulled it out because it's a great pore minimizing primer. And you guys know my pores are pretty big, so I don't know, I just saw this in my drawer and I'm like, hey, I didn't use you in such a long time, so let me use you. So I pulled that out along with the Marc Jacobs. This is the Invisible Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer. So because the Smashbox one is a pore filling primer, and it could maybe come across as a bit drying, especially since I have drier skin, I pulled this out just to add a little bit of hydration. So I'm very excited for this. It's such a good one, and it also has like a pump, you know? I love it. I haven't used it in so long. And then I also pulled out the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I mentioned this a few times. I don't know if this necessarily works per se. It was pretty pricey, so I mean, I want to get my use out of it. I'm sure it does something, but not something so noticeable where it's kind of like, oh my god, guys, this is a life changer. You know what I mean? But I mean, I still use it, so it's like a whatever product for me, you know, like in the middle with it. Anyways, that's everything that was in this section. Then I put my lip products here. So I pulled out 2 lip balms. My lips have been so dry this past week, insanely dry, and like, I don't know what's going on. So I pulled out the Fresh Sugar Lip Balm. This has a little bit of a tint to it. It's really nice, but I've been really actually loving this so much. This is the Tarte Nude Lip Balm, and it has a little bit of like a minty scent to it and a little bit of a tingling feel on the lips, which I feel like really helps out like my chapped lips, and I just really love it. You guys can see I used up a nice amount. So those are like the lip balms that I pulled out. Then I pulled out 4 different lip products. So I pulled out this Kitty Cat gloss, and this is in the shade tabby tees. It's so cute. I love the packaging. It has like a little cat over here, and it's a really nice orangey type of color. I'll give you guys swatches in a second. And then I pulled out 2 CoverGirl lipsticks. This one right here is in the shade Caramel Kiss. It's such a beautiful nudish orangey type of color. You guys know those are my kind of vibes. And then I pulled out this shade, which is in the shade Sultry. And this is also kind of like a nudish type of color, but definitely a bit deeper. I don't know how that's going to look on, so we'll see. I haven't tried these yet. And then I pulled out this Urban Decay gloss in the shade Fireball. And I don't know if you guys can see all the glitters going on in there, but this looks so hot on the lip. So let me go ahead and give you guys swatches now. Okay, so here we have the 4 lip swatches. So the one closest to my bracelet is the Katy Cat gloss in the shade Tabby Tease. And then we have the 2 lipsticks by CoverGirl. They're just so pretty. They have like a very nice creaminess to them. So the one near Tabby Tease is called Caramel Kiss. And then we have Sultry, which is that like deeper nude. And then right over here is the Urban Decay gloss in the shade Fireball. They're so pretty. Okay, moving on to the next drawer. So here's basically where I have, of course, my highlighters, blushes, powders actually I put in here, and then bronzers too. Pixie recently sent this over. I shared this with you guys on my Instagram, and these are so freaking pretty. You guys can see, hopefully, like the wetness and the amazingness that this has, like through the packaging. So I'll show you guys swatches in a second. There are only 2 shades that they came out with, like 2 little compacts. So these are the highlighters that I'm going to be using. Actually, let me give you guys swatches now. So here you guys can see how literal bomb these look. These are with 1 swipe swatches each. They have an interesting formula to them because they're not a powder finish. They're literally like a baked gelée formula, but a very like wet one. Kind of a combination of a baked gelée formula and like the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters. So I still haven't found a way to use these that I like. I do like to use them with my fingers more than with a brush because I still haven't found a brush that works with these. But once they're on the skin, unbelievable. Look at that. Insane. I also pulled out the Ciate London highlighter in the shade Moon Dust. This came in my Ipsy, and I've been really loving it. It's super beautiful on the skin, very intense. I pulled that out as well. For powders, I pulled out the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I used this the whole week last week. Obsessed with this, love this. I love to bake with this. I love to set my entire face with this. So pretty, and it doesn't leave a white cast, so I've been loving that a ton. I also pulled out my Tony Moly Cat Swing Face Compact. This is on its last leg, but that's how it looks right over there. Ulta used to sell Tony Moly like makeup-y products. I don't think that they do anymore, so you can buy this on Amazon if you're interested. Then I pulled out 2 blushes. So one of the blushes I have here is from TJ Maxx. Not this one. I'll show you guys in a second, but this one right here is in the shade Snapdragon. It's a luminous blush, and it looks so stunning on the skin. Like a little bit goes a very long way with these blushes too because they're crazily pigmented. So that's the first blush that I chose out. And then I figured I'm having a Becca blush week, so I'm going to choose this one out too. This one is in the shade High Synth. I don't even know. Whatever. I purchased this from TJ Maxx recently. You guys will see that video shortly. But this is how this blush looks. It's also super beautiful. It's a really interesting color, kind of like a magenta pinky. And it's crazily pigmented too, so a little bit goes a long way. And this is a matte finish. I found this at TJ Maxx for $7.99. Insane! Okay, then I have my 3 bronzers / contouring powders. So first I pulled out this one. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess one. This came in one of the Sephora favorite sets. I've been loving it so much. It's super beautiful on, so I pulled that out. As well as my NARS Laguna bronzer. I think I will definitely go ahead and purchase a full size of this once this is done. Whoa. But this is super beautiful on the skin. You guys can see the pan is getting larger and larger because I consistently use this. It's like the perfect shade, and like it's not too heavy, it's not too light. It just adds the perfect amount of like contourness, and I love it. It looks so good on the skin. So I love that. Pull that out. And then I watched Jaclyn Hill's video recently, like the one with her brush collection that she's releasing, and she said how she uses this nonstop, and I'm like, hey, I have this and I haven't used it in such a long time. That's how it looks. It looks like I actually did not touch it, but I've used this quite a few times and I really do like it. It has a little bit of an interesting consistency to it, so it's not, I feel like it's not super easy to apply, but once you get it on the skin, it looks stunning. Maybe once I purchase her brush set, I'm going to be able to apply this, easily. But I haven't found an actual brush that I love to use with this so far. So anyways, that's the next bronzer that I'm going to be using. Okay, and then finally moving on to the last drawer. here's where I have my eyeshadows. So I pulled out the Venice XL eyeshadow palette. So last week I had my stuff in my makeup drawers, like these drawers, but I wanted something different. So I pulled this out and I fell immediately back in love with it. I don't even know how I ever put this back in my actual IKEA drawers, but this palette is bomb. It was actually in my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2018. And it's just so beautiful. I don't know, like there's something about this, like it could even look like, okay, like what's the big deal, like looking at it, but I promise you, when you use this, you're just kind of like, shit, goddess 1,000,000,000%. If you guys were contemplating on this, it's so good. It's amazing. Then I pulled out the Sephora Pro eyeshadow palette as well. I pulled out the Sephora Warm palette last week, and this is the Sephora Pro editorial palette. This is how this one looks right over here. I used to do so many colorful looks like last year at this time, and I just haven't done one in a really, really long time. So I'm like, yo, let me pull this out. I do really like the quality of this. The mattes blend in really nicely. We have some in here that are like, I don't know, loose glittery type of shades. Those are okay, but the metallics in here are also really nice. I know they're coming out with 3 more of these like larger palettes, and they look stunning. I want to pick up all of them, but I'm probably just gonna settle for one of them. But I actually rediscovered this and then the warm one in my collection recently, and I really love them a lot. They're really actually nice quality. That's so funny. That would look so creepy middle of the night, like if I would not be filming now, and I totally think that's a bug. Anyways, finally the last few products that I pulled out are these. So Pixi sent these over when they sent this over. This is their, what are these called exactly? They're Liquid Fairy Lights. I'm so happy that so many other brands are coming out with these kind of products because they're so much fun to use. They add such a pop to the eye and they look so good. So let me show you guys swatches of these. Yum. So here's how they look. Super, super nice. The first one closest to my bracelet is called Sunray. The one right over is called Passion Light. Then we have the shade Bare Brilliance, which is also super stunning. And next one we have is Rose Gold, and then we have the shade Crystal Line. So I really, really love these. I've used one on my eyes already, and it's pretty good. So I'm excited to use the rest on my eyes for this week. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's everything that I chose out for the week. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back right now. Oops. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there are any exciting products you guys are gonna be using for this week. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.